Hey everyone, today in this lecture we are going to look at how to install Postgresql. So Postgresql is basically a simple relational database management system, and to install Postgresql what we need to do is we need to go to new tab and search for Postgresql download, and this is open source code. So like there's, what do I mean by open source? So basically there are code available, and if you need to change anything you could change it. So we will go to the package and installers and go to the Windows, and this will give us interactive installer by EDB, and here we need to look for the latest version. So we are going to look for 16 and then download the installer, and here we could download for our installer. So you could check for your version. If you are on Linux 64-bit machine, you could use this one, or if you are on 32-bit you could use that one. If on Mac OS you could use on this one, and uh, if you are on 64 Windows machine you could use this one. But you could see that most of other 32-bit version are not supported, and you could use previous version also. So I'm going to use 16.4. basically RC stands for it's not completely ready. So basically 16.4 is LTS, basically long term support, that we are going to use. Basically you could also use 17.RC.1, but they might have some bugs and issue. It's better to use the long term support versions. So with this we could install this, and let us wait. It will take a few seconds to download, and I will resume the video once it gets downloaded. So now once this is installed, what we need to do is I will open this, and it says EDB PostgreSQL, where EDB stands for Enterprise Database, and PostgreSQL is one of the products. So it's one of the things. So I will keep my installation directory at C, and all those things to be same. Data directory to be also at C. And here is the main part. So what we need to do is we have to keep in a password. So for this we are going to keep a very simple password, and I would also suggest you to keep something similar simple password, either password or admin. So for this I'm going to keep a very simple password, that is admin, so that uh, for like learning purpose it's better to use simple password. But when you are working on industrial project, it's not recommended to use this kind of simple password. So once that done, I will keep port 5432, which is a default port for the database port. So if you from software development, when you host a site, it is hosted on port 8000 and 8000 5000, which are the default ports which are open, where the connection can be managed. So for the database it's 5432, and you could change. There is no hard and fast rule, but this is industry standard, that is 5432. We will keep the same. Next, ready to install, and we will wait until it gets installed. So what we need to do is next is we need to install the next thing, that is pgadmin. So I will search for pgadmin, and here we have PostgreSQL 2. We will install pgadmin 4, and here we could install those. So quickly let's download. So here it's open source pgadmin 4. We need to download it for Windows. You could download it for your containers. You could see pgadmin 3. You could also download those, but it has been discontinued, and the latest one is pgadmin. So we will install those for Windows until this is or the first one installation gets installed. We will install this, and for the time being. So uh, once this install, we will click on pgadmin 4 version 8.14 and we have this executable, and we will wait until it gets installed and this gets installed. So I will pause this video until both of this thing gets installed. So PG Postgres setup has been installed, and if you want to install, we could then we need to install the stack builder itself. So we'll PostgreSQL next, and it will install the stack builder, and we will keep for the database driver those. So we don't need to install the stack builder. I've just cancelled it, and we just need pgadmin, and we will keep for all users. It's up to you. Then you could go through this, their license agreement, and we will keep it into the directory and install it. So I will pause this video until this whole installation is done, and then we could see how we could run some few commands. So after installing pgadmin, what we need to do is we need to open pgadmin 4. So I will open pgadmin 4, and here is my pgadmin 4. It will take few minutes to start. Once it's open, what we need to do is basically we need to click on the server part, and here it may ask you the please enter the password for PostgreSQL to connect the PostgreSQL SQL 16. So remember that we have saved our password, and here we could add those same password that we have entered in the starting of this lecture. So that's the same passwords need to be entered here, and we could click on save password so that we don't have to do it again. And here we have created the connected to the PostgreSQL 16. So we could see that our version is SQL 16 that we have installed. Now once this is done, you have successfully installed the pgadmin, and what you could do is basically create one database, and here we could add the database name to be like lecture database, lecture data, and then OID is the unique ID that you could add, or else we could leave it as it is and the program could automatically assign it. So we are going to leave it the OID as it is. It's basically a unique identifier to identify the database. We are going to leave it as, because the program itself, it's going to install it by self, like automatically going to assign it. So we are going to press return save, and we have successfully created the database. So in the next lecture, what we are going to do is we are going to import database, and we are going to run some query onto this. With this, I will see you on to the next lecture. Thank you everyone.